I'm Tom Lehman, one of the co-founders of Rap Genius. It's really great to be here. You guys are amazing. 9 a.m. on a Saturday. Come on, give it up for yourselves. Do it. Woo! It's so early. I love you too. I love you too. All right, guys, so for real, raise your hand if you're not on a drug of some kind right now. No hands. Coffee is a drug, guys. It's real. Give it up for drugs. Woo! It's really great to be here. This hackathon has the most energy of any hackathon I've been at recently, and I've just got to say, you know, HackMIT makes pen apps look like M-hacks. You know what I'm saying? Boo, boo. All right. I love M-hacks. I love pen apps. No, it's not about that. What it's about is creating a sick hack, and so I want to tell you guys a little story to get started about my early hack. Which could have been a hackathon project, which was a website called Rap Genius. So Rap Genius right now is, how many of you guys haven't heard of Rap Genius? No one. Unbelievable. This is amazing. Rap Genius right now is a pretty cool website. Rap Genius is the internet Talmud. Okay, what is the internet Talmud? What was the regular Talmud? Well, the Torah was this important thing, right? You guys feel me? Give it up for the Torah. You feel me? The Torah was this important thing, but no one understood what it meant. And so the Talmud came along and broke it down so everyone could understand it. And that's what Rap Genius is trying to do for all of text. So whether you're listening to a rap song, or really any song, or a poem, or a speech, or you're reading The Great Gatsby, or looking at the DMCA, and you want to get a line-by-line explanation of what is going on in any complicated text, that's what Rap Genius is about. Rap Genius is the internet Talmud, and that's what it's about. And so, you know, Rap Genius is a great website. It's crowdsourced also, by the way, so that's another cool part. Anyone can go on and annotate. And it's a cool website, and these days, it's a pretty big deal, right? We've got about 30 million users, about 17 million in venture capital raised. But 4 years ago, Rap Genius was a hackathon project. Rap Genius was a project that I did in one day for fun as a hack. And so that experience taught me some things about how to do hackathons, and I want to impart that on you guys for this hackathon. And so, how did I do it? Well, the way I did it was the first version sucked. It was really bad. You feel me? Give it up for sucking. So what do I mean by it sucked? Well, first of all, there was no functionality. There was no crowdsourced anything. You couldn't sign up. You couldn't create an account. You know, it was really, you couldn't create annotations. I had to do all of that. The implementation sucked. It was all repetitious garbage code. It was just copy and pasted from a previous Rails project, so it had all these other, you know, models for train schedules and shit in it. And so, you know, that's how I built it. It really sucked. It was buggy and it sucked, but the core idea was there. You could click on a lyric and an annotation would pop up. The core idea was there. And so this experience and building Rap Genius since then has taught me a secret. And the secret of software engineering is worse is better. Worse is better. Okay, so what do I mean by worse is better? Worse is better means the worst thing that you can imagine is the best thing that you can imagine. So the shittiest possible thing is the best thing. Okay? So I want everyone right now to think of the shittiest thing you can imagine. Okay? Think of the shittiest thing you can imagine. And it's actually the best thing that you're thinking of. Okay? This is the best thing. And now I want you guys to prove it, and I want you guys on the count of 3 to yell the shittiest thing you can imagine. Okay, and it's gonna be the best thing. I'm Instagramming it. So on a count of 3, yell out the shittiest thing you can imagine. And it's the best thing. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that is great. Thank you so much. You guys are great. So the worst thing is the best thing. And what does that mean for software engineering? What that means is that anytime you have to make a decision in this hackathon, do the worst, easiest, jankiest thing. Okay, and that is the best thing. And why is that? It's not because I want you guys to build a bad product. You want to build a bomb product, but the way to get to a bomb product is by doing worse is better. And what I mean by that is you have to have one core idea for the hackathon. And for me, with Rap Genius, the core idea was you could click the lyric and a little pop-up would come up. That was it. And so you have to have this core idea. It has to be a good idea. But as you build the core idea, you are going to have to make a lot of decisions. And they're going to distract you from the core idea. And so when you're making those decisions, worse is better. Do the simplest fucking thing, just the worst thing, and that is the best thing. Another reason to do the worst thing is that when you have to make these decisions, you have to use the knowledge that you have about this project, but you are never dumber than you are right now. You're all the dumbest you'll ever be. Give it up. The dumbest you'll ever be. All right, I want everyone to look to the left and then to look to the right. Okay, both of those people are the dumbest they'll ever be right now. Woo! So the point is, you want to delay these decisions about design. You want to delay these design decisions until you're smarter. So don't make them now. Make as few decisions as possible and just focus on the big idea. Worse is better. I'm so happy to be here, guys. We got about 6 hours of amazing API sponsor talks. This is going to be great. I'm going to introduce them. And you guys are amazing. And let's give it up for the grand prize, $75,000 grand prize this year. Woo! Woo! HackMIT! Woo! Woo! All right, I love you guys. I love you guys, and we're gonna kick it off. We're gonna kick it off with one of my favorite VCs that rejected Rap Genius, Sequoia Capital. I love you guys. I love you guys. Oh, but I got so much love. Take it away.
Awesome, guys. So I'm Warren Hogarth. I'm a partner at Sequoia Capital, and we're co-hosting the event this weekend, and we couldn't be more thrilled to have 1,000 of the smartest and brightest minds in the room. If you look at our business, we've been really fortunate to be in business with folks that were exactly in the same shoes you guys were in when they were starting businesses, which today are household names. And whether it's Larry and Sergey at Google, or Arash and Drew from Dropbox, or Nate and Joe and the crew from Airbnb, or if it's Clara from Hearsay, or Adi from House, or what have you, they're all exactly in your shoes. They come to events like this, and they meet their co-founders, they meet fellow employees, they meet founding engineers at events just like this one. And so as you think about what you guys want to achieve this weekend, I know you want to hack together and make a phenomenal product and win a big prize and all those other things, or meet great companies. But I would also encourage you to look around the room. There are going to be wonderful people here. If it's today or at another event like this, that shared experience that you're going to go through will tell you a lot about the people in the room, and you'll see certain things in people, and maybe you'll just find that co-founder. There were companies such as Zali, GroupMe were founded out of hackathons. There are products such as the like button or the timeline from Facebook, so there's lots of great things to come. And so I'll be around all weekend. We've got a number of our companies here. I think Airbnb, Dropbox, Tumblr, former companies like Google, EA, MongoDB are here. So we encourage you to go and chat with all of them. If you're interested in chatting about any of our other companies, do that. And most importantly, don't go work for a big company when you get out, or a bank or anything. Go work for a startup, because there's nothing more fulfilling. So I'll see you guys through the weekend and chat a bit more tomorrow. But thank you all, and we're thrilled to co-host. Cheers.
Hello? 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 I'm told I'm not supposed to hold the mic so close to my mouth. So, woo! Okay, next up, that was Sequoia. Give it up for Sequoia, come on! They are a bomb VC. They are a bomb fucking VC. Ishan is next. My man!
Thanks, Tom. Hey, everybody. We figured it'd be good to have some of the actual organizers talk for a little bit. So hi, welcome to HackMIT. There's 1,000 of you. Woo! Cool. Okay, a few quick announcements before we get started. First thing, everybody tweet about us. We really like it. Get out your phones, tweet. We're at HackMIT. Follow us. There'll be important announcements. This is how we let you know when food's out in the tent, so it's really important that you all follow us. Second thing, if you need anything at any point during the hackathon, call or text the phone number, 3472-HackMIT, hack spelled without a C. Add it to your contacts. Text it now so you remember. Call us, text us. If you need anything, we'll be there right away. Shortest presentation ever. Okay, I'm done.
Ishan! Give it up, give it up. I just want, while we're doing it, my contact info, 305-281-0228. That's my number. Blow me up with Snapchats. Do it. All right, we got Swift. Yes. My man, bring it in. Woo!
I need that mic though. That is not my screen. All right, I guess we're not going to get it. Cool. So, my name is Swift. You guys might know me from a couple of my other roles, a former developer evangelist at SendGrid, founder of Hacker League. I love building things for hackers like you guys. I really love it. This community is amazing. It got me so many things over the years, and I'm really passionate about helping you guys succeed. That's why I'm here today to talk about Major League Hacking. Major League Hacking is a partnership between the 5 biggest, baddest hackathons on the East Coast. We had Pen Apps, we had MHacks, we had HackNY. We're here at HackMIT, and we have HackRU next weekend. We partnered up to do school rankings for all of the schools that are here. This week, we actually released those rankings, which you can see if you go to mlh.io. Right now, we have the top 3 teams, Carnegie Mellon, Columbia, and the University of Maryland. But boy, is it close. All of the top teams are within a couple hundred points. By hacking at this hackathon, if you finish a hack and you travel to this school, you're earning your school 2 points. If you go to this school and you hack, and you get your school 1 point, and then the event has 1,000 points to distribute to you guys based on your hacks at the end. We'll be announcing that this weekend. Good luck, everybody. You can find out more information at mlh.io and tweet at us at mlhacks. Thanks.
Woo! Just leave the mic. Woo! All right, so again, my number 305-281-0228, semi-snaps. Now we got Katie. Take it away, Katie.
Hi guys, I'm Katie. I'm on the HackMIT team. We're really excited to have all you here. We're especially excited about all of our sponsors, especially our co-host Sequoia Capital. We have lots of prizes later. Clarification on what Tom said. He meant Zimbabwean dollars, not actual dollars, sorry. There are other prizes that will be sent out later. We have lots of API talks, but before we get started, I just want to run through our sponsors. So we have our co-host, which is Sequoia Capital. We have our platinum sponsors, Akamai, Intuit, Palantir, Pebble, and Venmo. Our gold sponsors, Airbnb, Alchemy, API, Amicus, AppDirect, Asana, Blizzard, Bloomberg, Boston Scientific, Constant Contact, Dropbox, Fitbit, G Aviation, Google App Engine, Loku, Lyft, MailChimp, Ministry of Supply, MoPA, Motorola, Optimizely, Oracle, Parsons, Pinterest, Product Structure / Wingman, Synaptics, Tumblr, Twitter, Wayfair, KPCV, and Goldman Sachs. Our silver sponsors, Andreessen Horowitz, eBay, Electronic Arts, Etsy, Facebook, Firebase, GSC, GitHub, Inc., Intel, Jawbone, Meteor, MongoDB, Rakuten Loyalty, Sailthrough, Twilio, Weather Underground, Thomson Reuters, and Flightcar. Our bronze sponsors, Code Academy, Electric Imp, Evidence.com, Fetch Notes, Jane Street, Kensho, Make Games With Us, OPower, Runscope, SendGrid, Square, Kudzu Wellness, Hintwater, Honest Tea, Foodies, Rap Genius, and the Teal Fellowship. So thanks to all of our sponsors. I'd also like to thank the TechX teams, the student group that's worked really hard to put this on. So thanks to them as well. All of HackMIT is on TechX. And so now we're going to get started with the API talks and demos. So I'd like to welcome Intuit onto the stage.
All right, Katie. The next sponsor, near and dear to my heart, Intuit, maker of TurboTax, all the good ones. Listen, guys, you got to think about tax. Okay, if you're not thinking about tax, you're getting fucked, all right? Whenever you buy something, you got to think, am I buying with pre-tax money or post-tax money? You feel me? Intuit. Woo! Oh, my man.
Wow, they've got a ton of energy here today. What's up, guys? How's it going? So let me start off with a question. They told me the clicker would work, and it's not working. Great. Someone come help me with that, please. So let me start off with a question. What is the single most important topic people worry about every single day of their life? No, it's money, but close enough. Money is the most important topic people worry about every single day. It defines the car you drive, the apartment you live in, the college you attend, and unfortunately, the amount of debt you have after you graduate. Our finances impact every single thing that we do. You guys gonna help me with the clicker yet? Nope. I don't even have a computer to change the slides. So, Either way, Intuit, our sole goal is to improve our customers' financial lives so profoundly they can't imagine going back. Think about that for a second. We are a top 25 company to work for, serving over 50 million customers with over 4.5 billion in annual revenue. And we dominate some key financial markets. You guys got slides for me yet? Katie? They're working on it. Try to stand up on stage in front of 1,000 people and you don't have your slides to remind you of what you're supposed to talk about next. Money. Okay, let's talk about money. Intuit has an entire partner platform with tons of APIs to use, and we have our brand new API, which gives you access to money. Our customer account data API provides you with access to over 19,000 financial institutions. You can gain access to their transaction information, such as credit card details, bank account details, mortgage details, anything that you're looking for relative to money. Screwed up joke. There you go. Come on, can we go next slide? Okay, customer account data API. Now I'm going to blow through an extremely quick example of the different method requests you make to pull this data. First, you're going to start with come on, I have a feeling they're doing it in the back and I'm not actually here. The Get Institutions request is going to pull down 19,000 financial institutions into your app. It doesn't need to be a mobile app. It can be any type of app you want to develop. So 19,000 financial institutions, you know which institutions that you have access to. Your user selects, for example, Bank of America. They choose the Bank of America account. You then pull the Bank of America account details. Come on, there's the Get Institutions one. Can we get it? So it's called Get Institution Details Request. You pass it the institution ID, and then the API will return the institution details. Once you have the institution details, you request the username and password, and then from there, you call Discover and Add Accounts. The Discover and Add Accounts request passes the username and password to the API. The API crunches some data, goes in, and discovers all the different accounts that user has on Bank of America. Returns it back to you with a bunch of information, including the balance information for those accounts. So boom, right there you know how much money they have, right? After that, you want to be able to look at the transactions and know what categories they fit into, so you call the Get Account Transactions. Now, I have a couple examples. Hey, I think it's working now. Come on, keep going, keep going. Catch up. I'm trying to catch up here. Wallaby Financial is a company. The most important part of these slides are the prizes at the end, and I can't show them to you if I can't get to it. Okay, so Wallaby Financial, what they do is they give you a credit card, and as you swipe that credit card, they automatically transfer the transaction to whichever actual credit card you have to maximize the rewards. Plink does something extremely similar, but very different in the sense that you use your own credit card, and essentially, it figures out which company are you using it from the categorization engine inside the customer account data API, and then it provides you with rewards because it has partnerships with the companies that you spend money at. Come on, can we scroll through the prizes? Well, we have a ton of prizes that I want to talk to you about. Essentially, we have four places. Fourth place, we have I don't remember the exact numbers, but a couple Raspberry Pis and a couple Roku 3s. Third place, we have a GoPro and a couple more Raspberry Pis. Second place, we have, trying to remember exactly what it is. Oh, it's a couple Nexus 7s, Nexus 7 tablets, and a couple more Raspberry Pis. And first place is $1,000, a couple Raspberry Pis, and a couple Roku 3s. Thank you.
Woo! Intuit. I love you. I got love.
Oh, one more thing.
One more thing.
One more thing, if you guys have questions, come see us at the Intuit booth. We're here to help you throughout the entire hackathon.
Much love. All right, so that's just what you guys got to be thinking about. That's what's up. It's about taxes. So just remember, free that's not what it's about. It's about free, but also tax advantaged, all right? You guys feel me? All right, this is Twilio. Twilio is sick. It's probably the sickest sort of API-ish thing we don't use. Much love, Twilio. Take it away.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. How you guys doing? HackMIT.
Woo!
All right, we're going to make sure I'm connected to the interwebs We're going to see if this actually works or not. You know, up. Wah, wah. Party fell. Party fell. That's okay. I have a little hockey puck here, so we'll see if that works instead. It's great. It's always great visiting Boston. I'm originally from Providence, Rhode Island, and I live in the greatest city in the world, New York, but man, it's hard being a Red Sox fan there. So it's kind of nice coming to town, being able to wear a Patriots hat without hearing death threats or jokes about Tom Brady. Okay, so we're connected. We're good. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am from Twilio. How many of you all have heard of Twilio before? Woo! Holy biscuits. That's great. That's amazing. So we're a cloud communications company based in San Francisco and make it very easy for you as a developer to send and receive text messages and make and receive phone calls directly within your web app or your native mobile app. The way it works, pretty simple. You have a Twilio phone number, and it sits in the cloud. And from the cloud, anytime someone makes a call or sends a text message to that phone number, we'll make a request to your web application. You respond with some very simple XML, and then some magical stuff happens. Now, I did a PowerPoint presentation last week. You may have heard about it. 4 students were tragically injured. And I was advised by the White House during the shutdown to never do that again. So instead, I'd like to just show you guys how it works by coding up a live app. Does that sound good to you? Awesome. Okay, so we got a Twilio phone number here, and the way that Twilio knows where a web app lives is we specify a request URL for when we receive a text message or when we receive a phone call. So in this case, I'm going to create a new app, which I'm going to call sms.php. I'm going to save that guy, or I'm going to go back in my browser. What? Oh my God, it's freaking out. It's totally freaking out. It's freaking out, man. I am freaking out, man. Save the changes, and we're good to go. So here, I'm sitting on my web browser. I'm going to create a new app, which I'm going to call sms.php. And in it, I'm going to tell Twilio, hey, I'm going to give you a little XML. God, I had too much coffee this morning. Text XML. And I'm going to be good to go. And in here, I'm going to write a quick Twilio app by telling Twilio, hey, I got a response for you. And inside that response, I'm going to be like, hey, how can I get shoes like Rap Genius? All right, I'm going to close that tag with SMS, and I am done. I have written a Twilio app right in front of you. So if you all whip out your phones, every last one of you whip out your phones, and if you're not using AT&T, you're probably going to have a couple bars in here. And you can send a text message to 617-431-2628. That number again is 617-431-2628. And you should get a response back indicating that you got a text message. If you've gotten a response, give me a yeah. If you've gotten another response, give me a yeah. Awesome, awesome. All right, guys, that's my time. That's Twilio. It's super simple to set up SMS apps. It's super simple to set up voice apps. I'm going to be here the entire time. Just hit me up at Twitter at DN0T. That's DN0T on Twitter for help with Twilio. Thanks a lot, y'all.
Woo, Twilio! Oh, I love it. I love it. Live demo. Coming up next, we've got a company, Rap Genius uses these guys. We send millions of emails through SendGrid. It's a bomb service. You know, we are able to put categories on those emails. Take it away, SendGrid. SendGrid. Bring it. I love you. I love SendGrid.
Dude, love that guy. He is a BAMF, and so is Spectre. Yeah, partied with Spectre before. If you guys get a chance, definitely do so. All right, so if we get that going. So my name's Scott Mott. I'm with a company called SendGrid. We make it super simple to send and receive email. What does that mean? You guys can think of us as transactional email. So you've got sign-up emails, forgot password emails, anything when you need to send email in your app, it's literally you just drop a piece of code in and you're good to go. So here we go. So I do not have that ready, but what I had for you is I have this Leap Motion, which is basically a little hardware device. You could do this with an Arduino, that sort of thing. I had a little script ready to go where basically you drop in a few lines of code from SendGrid. You can make a circle gesture over this and send email. So you can drop in SendGrid in hardware, in your mobile app, and all kinds of things like that. It's super simple. We're going to be around. I'm a developer. We've got a couple other guys with us. Tweet at us at WS. He's a legit dude, and we will get you guys provisioned. Get signed up at hack.sendgrid.com, and happy hacking, guys. Have a good one.
Woo! SendGrid. I got love for you guys. Coming up next is Ink, aka File Picker. We use Ink at Rap Genius. We love it. You guys should all fuck with Ink. Much love. Woo! Give me a hug.
How's it going? Woo! Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing today? All right, a little tired. All right. How many of you guys have heard of Ink or File Picker?
Woo!
Yeah? All right. Basically, at the core, Ink is a developer tools company. We make tools to help you have like an easier life and your users happier. Really, like you can't lose, right? So we have 2 API products that you guys can use in your hacks to help them be easily awesome. One is our Ink File Picker. If you want to access your users' files and get them into S3 or put files in Dropbox or really like anything with files on the internet, actually these 3 lines of code, you get a nice file dialog, which is going to be slow. Oh, it's pretty fast. Anyway, you pick files, upload from your computer, literally whatever. We just give you back a nice URL. You can actually post the URL, overwrite the file, get from the URL, download the file. Pretty straightforward. Our other product is our mobile framework. It lets iOS apps talk to each other. So if you have 2 different iOS apps and you want to share data back and forth, you can use our mobile framework, bridge them, open content for your email in a photo editor, whatever, and it's all great. All right, awesome. I'll see you guys at HackMIT.
Woo! All right, give it up for SendGrid. Coming up next is a very wealthy man right here representing MongoDB. Just raised at $1.2 billion valuation. What up? He's rich, everyone. Give me a hug. Give me a hug, behind hug. All right. This guy's very rich.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to make lots of money, come to Mongo. OK, waiting just a moment here to see if this comes up. All right, hi, my name is Randall Hunt. I'm from MongoDB. I'm a software engineer there. I have exactly 2 minutes, so I'm going to do this short and sweet. MongoDB, you take JSON, you put it into the database, you query on a specific field or any number of things, you get that JSON back. It's pretty straightforward. So I'm going to start up Mongo. I'm going to use the MLH, the Major League Hacking database. I'm going to say, show me the collections or tables. I'm going to say db.hackathons.find. And it looks like there are a couple hackathons in here, HackRU, mHacks, PinApps, HackNY. You notice there's a conspicuous lack of a certain hackathon, right? So let's insert that one. Does that look right? I have no idea what the zip code is here. I guessed at the GPS, or the that long, everything. All right, so now if we go db.hackathons, I'm actually going to save this in a variable, say var doc equals db.hackathons.find1. And then I'm going to say name, MIT, that's just a regular expression. Find it. You can't? Can you see what I'm typing now? Is it better? No? Crap. OK, is that big enough? OK, so it doesn't really matter what I'm typing because it's not like you're going to remember any of this anyway. The docs are online at docs.mongodb.com. I have 20 seconds. Tweet at me at jrhunt. So at MongoDB is the MongoDB Twitter. We're hiring. We just raised a huge round, and we're all going to be really rich, and it's nice. OK, bye.
Woo! MongoDB, rich. OK, you thought 1.2 billion. How about a company worth 300 billion? You feel me? This is Google. You feel me? This guy's way richer. Richest guy here from Google. Give it up. Give me a hug. Oh, my God. Very rich. Very rich. 300 billion.
Hey guys, how's it going? All right, I don't got a lot of time, so I'm just going to fly through this. So just want to introduce you guys to the Google Cloud Platform. So in addition to App Engine and Compute Engine, we have a whole bunch of other products that you could use, and I'll go over each of those. A little bit about me. I'm one of the original engineers that built Yahoo Mail 15 years ago, and I've done all kinds of other crazy things since then, even writing software for doctors to help them analyze patients with spinal fractures, so talk to me about osteoporosis later. I'm a writer, so if you guys know Python, you may have seen some of my books. I'm a teacher. I've been teaching for 30 years. Yes, that's older than most of you guys, unfortunately, for me. All right, so App Engine. This is basically a place where you can use familiar tools and build and host your apps. You can use all these languages, and we have a JVM, so you can use other languages as well. But this is a great platform for you guys to build scalable apps. You just write the code. You don't have to worry about hardware or anything like that. And we run it for you in the same Google data centers that run everything else, like search, YouTube, Gmail, scalability, uptime, and all that kind of stuff. We've got a whole bunch of APIs that you can use internally, so you don't have to build everything from scratch using sockets. Everything's available for you, so take a look at that. Let's see. So if you want to build a mobile version of your app, so building a web app and a mobile app at the same time, you can use Cloud Endpoints, which is a feature of App Engine that automatically puts an API for you. It also generates boilerplate code for Objective-C for iOS, Java code for Android, and even native web apps with JavaScript. All right, there's a tutorial and starter code there. I'll give you guys the deck after this. If you guys know what Snapchat is, if you guys know what Song Pop is, guess what? They're App Engine apps. If you want to try App Engine without downloading first, if you want to try before you buy, use the Cloud Playground. Compute Engine, VMs. If for some reason you can't use App Engine's boundaries, if you have to go outside and you need VMs, then you can do that. Otherwise, we have Cloud Storage, Cloud SQL, Google Translate, so you can programmatically use Translate in your apps. BigQuery, awesome. I was going to give you a demo, but I'm going to run out of time. Cloud SQL, Cloud Data Store, NoSQL Data Store, and then Google Prediction. I was going to give you demos on those, but ran out of time. But that's a prediction API. BigQuery, Google Apps Script, Fusion Tables, all of our APIs. Once you know the platform, you can use that. The deck is there. Take a picture of this quickly. The deck is there. Feedback is there. If you have any questions, we're going to give you guys all $2,000 each. All right, so you can play with our cloud right now at MIT Hacks. All right. I'll be around. Look for Google guys with funny hats like myself. Barris is here. Wherever his hat is, look for his hat. His hat is bigger than mine. All right. Thanks, guys.
Woo! Google, 300 milli. All right, up next, we got a truly bomb company, GitHub. Quick thing about GitHub, you got to use the command line tools. You got this thing called hub. Hub space pull hyphen request. Don't do the pull request through the web interface. You feel me, Andrew? Andrew feels me. All right, GitHub, I love you guys. You guys are the best. Take it away, GitHub. Woo! Hub, get hub. The command line tool.
Hey everybody, my name is Kyle Daigle. I'm a developer at GitHub. And God willing, some slides will come up and the internet won't screw me. Awesome. Yeah, man, so I work at GitHub. I'm going to go over a couple things really, really quick, so stick with me here. The first one is our API. If you don't know GitHub, we're a great way to do social code collaboration using Git repositories. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to use our API. So I built a personal access token here. You guys will probably want to create an OAuth application instead. I'm going to use Ruby, but there's basically libraries for every major language out there right now. And I'm going to pass it the token that I already generated. And I'm not going to show it to you because you smart jerks will probably steal it. And now we have a client, so I can show you my user. This will show both the personal and private information. I can then also go and pull any public information from people, so like Defunct, who's one of the founders. You can pull their public information. And then you can also pull up repositories as well. So I'm going to pull up my personal fake user repositories. There's one in particular I want to look at, which is the Hello MIT one. You can see some of the information here on Hello MIT. So that's the first thing I wanted to show you. The second thing, which I think is cooler in the team I'm on, is service hooks. Basically, every time a particular event happens at GitHub, we'll send a payload to either a URL or a service. So what I'm going to show is just a quick demo here. So this is my Hello MIT repository. I'm a BU alum, so MIT sucks. BC sucks more. Sorry. And so now when this payload actually ends up at GitHub, it will send an alert to IRC. So I think those are two cool things you can use. If you're not that familiar with Git or the command line, you can use our desktop applications. We have them for Windows and Mac. And then also, because you're all students, if you go to github.com/edu and enter in your email address, we'll give you a free micro plan, which will let you get 5 private repositories that you can use now and basically have for as long as you're a student. And that was our IRC ping. Thanks, guys.
Woo! I love GitHub. I got to agree with everything my man just said, except don't get the desktop GUI app. That's hella beta. Use the command line. All right, on the real. We got Fitbit. We got Fitbit coming. I love Fitbit. If you are doing a startup, give me a hug. All right. If you're doing a startup, your #1 job is going to the gym every day. Fitbit, what up?
Completely agree. Hey everyone, my name's Jeremiah. I'm an API engineer at Fitbit. I actually graduated from Emerson College in 2007, so I'm super excited to be back here in Boston. At Fitbit, we have a stated mission, and that is to help people live a happier and healthier life. It's a pretty awesome goal. So the way that we do that today is by combining inexpensive sensors like this with elaborate algorithms and very nice minimal industrial design, and we have this great device. It gives us really great data, but it's what we do with that data that makes this device actually meaningful. Fitbit knows that the simple act of measuring helps people become more active in their life. We also know that when people's friends join Fitbit, the whole group of friends become more active. So data can be used to motivate people, it can be used to help improve their efforts, and it can also be used to help connect with the community. And it's not a power that we reserve for ourselves at Fitbit. We've had an API since 2011, and it's a public API. It's been used by dozens of companies, the tracker data as well as our application data, as part of their core experience. But what's really cool to me are the thousands of our power users who've registered as developers and gotten their data and done really interesting things with it. So if you get a Fitbit device, it syncs using Bluetooth 4 with your smartphone or your computer, and it syncs about every 15 to 20 minutes. The Fitbit API allows you to create an application, OAuth to it, and then subscribe to this tracker so that every time it syncs with your computer or your phone, the data gets pushed over to you. If you want to find out more information, it's on dev.fitbit.com. We have prizes for the top teams. Again, my name is Jeremiah Lee on Twitter, and I'll see you guys around.
Woo! Fitbit. All right, up next, we got the Thiel Foundation. This is my man's going to tell you how college is bullshit. Everything's bullshit. Woo! I love it. Take it away.
What's up, HackMIT? I'm Jonathan Kane, president of the Thiel Foundation. It's inspiring to see so many enthusiastic, innovative people. Hackers are inspiring for 2 reasons. First, because the future belongs to those who do. And second, because the most powerful tool the world has ever seen is the command line. Look at companies like WikiLeaks, Defense Distributed, Bitcoin. These people didn't need permission from any institution, bureaucrat, or government to change the world. All they needed was creativity, good idea, hard work, solid friends, and the strength of will to push enter. If you want to change the world and remake it in your vision, if you have the strength of the will to push enter, I want to help you. I want to make it happen for you. If you're under 20, I'm delighted to announce that we're now accepting applications for a new class of the 20 under 20 Thiel Fellows. We'll give you $100,000 mentorship and all the support you need to get started building your most audacious ideas. If you're 20 or over, as well as if you're under 20, we'd like to invite you to join our community of entrepreneurs and to come to our next summit on November 9th and 10th in New York. You can learn more about both of those and apply at thielfellowship.org. And to the individual or team of people under 20 here this weekend with the best hack, we're awarding the HackMIT Under 20 prize. Thank you.
Woo! Yes, yes. Now I would like to introduce GE Global Research, a small research establishment but very powerful.
Okay.
Let's do this.
They let us out for a couple minutes. We're from GE Global Research. We are the masters of creative destruction up there. It's our job to try to take out those flabby old business models. So we're going to show you some of the technology we use and make it available to you for creating business on a platform.
So what we did put together was a collaborative website. Think of it as SourceForge, but for engineering design. So you can actually do your engineering design there. You can crowdsource. You can bring together your people. You can build projects. You can build assemblies. You can build anything that you want on top of this platform. It brings together all these different capabilities all in this one individual platform. We did hack it together a couple of years ago really quickly, and it basically uses all open source capabilities. We've also included some software from MIT. It's called DOME. It's a distributed object modeling environment. It's a simulation environment that allows you to take your code and your simulations and inject it into a system that allows you to orchestrate, combine, and sort of create larger assemblies and larger systems on top of that as well. The platform also allows you to build businesses. You can build a business on top of this thing. You could also build basically your projects and engines. And obviously, we build a few things at GE. Again, it's a small company in upstate New York. We build a few things. You can see them up there. But this system allows you the ability to sort of bring that all together and do it in a crowdsourced environment. So I think a couple of you guys probably try to want to work together. This system's basically already set up. You just log in, get online. Go to the next slide, please. And basically, it's hackmit.geinspire.com. If you go there, you can log in. It's self-login to capabilities. You can build a project, start up a project. I'm going to be watching that all day. I'll make sure that your project gets okayed, that you do your things. There's also a server component that you can download, put on your side. That server component allows you to distribute your work, so you could have somebody in Europe working with you here. They could build a model. You could build a model. The system will take care of orchestrating, moving data, moving messages across the system as well. It's distributed. It's designed to work across the globe, work across the world, and work across disparate teams. So if you have teams that are dislocated, it's going to do it for you. Thank you. Can you give them the,
Woo! Thank you, GE. Very small, but very, very powerful.
So
Don't fuck with these guys.
hackmit.geinspire.com. Do that one again.
Do it. I love you guys. Up next, Alchemy API. Very powerful also. Very powerful. Artificial intelligence as a service. What up? Take it away. I love you.
Hey guys, I'm Steve from Alchemy API. Like Rapgene just said, we do artificial intelligence as a service. We teach computers how to read and how to see and apply that to text analysis and image recognition. You can think of it as generally software understands text as a grouping of letters and images as a bunch of pixels, and our software understands that there's meaning embedded within both of those and can extract it. Where's the clicker? Or next? Next slide, please. All right, HackMIT, woo! So anyways, I guess we'll just go without, okay. Here we go, here's my information. The middle thing in the big one there, hack.alchemyapi.com, that's the most important takeaway. Check that out for more information. So I'll just breeze through this. We're a tech startup in downtown Denver. We process about 1,500 API transactions per second, and we were recently featured in a nice little news article that you guys might have heard of there. So there we are. So what can you actually do with Alchemy API? So we allow you to do something with your unstructured content. If you have tweets, if you have blog posts, if you have social media posts, product reviews, things like that, there's a lot of knowledge contained within that text, but it's really hard to do anything with in its unstructured form. So we'll add some structure to it to allow you to make decisions on and do something in your application. More or less, if your app somehow uses text, you can probably utilize Alchemy API. And finally, we have huge stacks of cash for the winner. $1,000 sponsor prize for the best use of our API. So what can you actually do with us? So here's an article about a recent news event some of you may have heard of, the whole shutdown thing. So you have this article. You can extract the keywords, so House, Senate, Affordable Care, things like that. You can extract the entities. These are proper nouns, so Boehner, Obama, Congress, things of that nature. You can also do sentiment analysis. So this article is treating the House as positive and the Senate as negative. I wonder which way that one's leaning. So we have lots more text analysis functions. I don't have enough time to cover them all. Check out hack.alchemyapi.com for more information. Everything's accessible via REST interface. We have SDKs, should be easy to use. Definitely check out our demo. Throw your text in there and see what you can do with it. Some example use cases, you can do recommendation engines. Here's some content, you might like this content. Public opinion, social media monitoring, things like that. Business intelligence, what are our customers saying, what are our competitors saying, things of that nature. We also do image recognition. I have 16 seconds, so I can't talk about it. It's fantastic, check it out. Come talk to me. Again, here's my information. It's cut off at the bottom, but I'm on Twitter and all of that. So thank you very much.
Woo! Alchemy. Up next, another billion-dollar company, Oracle, another very wealthy person. Sorry, MongoDB. We got 100 billion plus, right? I don't know. What up? Give me a hug. Woo, 100 billion.
I guess the mic is stuck, so probably I have to talk from here. Okay. So good morning, everyone. My name is Manal Habib, and I am a developer for Oracle. I'm also a graduate from MIT in aerospace department. Today, I'm very glad to be here to attend this really fun and creative event, HackMIT, and to present to you Oracle technologies and APIs. I guess most of you have already heard about Oracle databases. You probably used them before, use SQL, MySQL, PL/SQL. But Oracle has way more to offer than just databases. Oracle offers end-to-end solutions to their customers, starting from providing very fast servers into Oracle Cloud to distribute services across multiple servers. And also it has SOA to integrate the cloud and application across all of these servers, and also the enterprise manager to manage all the apps and the cloud. We also have application building frameworks such as ADF. Probably a lot of you haven't heard about ADF before, because when I was here at MIT, I never heard of it either. So Oracle ADF is an end-to-end Java EE framework that simplifies applications for developers by making a visual and declarative development environment. So developers can, instead of spending time doing things that have been done in the past, they can use the declarative way and move on into writing APIs and thinking about creative solutions. And as a matter of fact, ADF was used in the last hackathon at Oracle, and developers like you and I have built really cool apps in one day. And for example, my team has built this mobile app for analyzing ads across multiple platforms. So to sum up, if you are using any of the Oracle technologies, whatever it is Java, the databases, ADF, or please feel free to ask me and my partner here. Oh, I guess I'm catching up with the slides now. Yeah, we're here to answer your questions and to share our experience with you. Thank you.
Woo! Oracle, give it up for Oracle. Very rich. Next, I'd like to introduce Electric Imp. They're all about putting electronics and connecting it, and the light goes off when the build breaks. Who broke the build? Woo!
Hey guys, my name is Matt Haynes. I'm from Electric Imp. So we have a hardware and cloud platform that makes it super easy for connecting things to the internet. Do you guys want to go to the next slide? Is the clicker working? So this is the imp. It looks like an SD card. Inside of this, we've got a 32-bit ARM processor. We've got a Broadcom Wi-Fi chip and antenna and 6 GPIO pins that you can hook pretty much anything you want to up to it. Do you want to go to the next slide? Let's keep clicking. So our cloud platform, we've got an online IDE. You don't need to install any tools to get going with this. You push new code over Wi-Fi, so it's super easy. You don't need to hook up any hardware. You code in a high-level language called Squirrel. It looks basically like C or JavaScript. It's super easy to pick up. There's not really anything hard there. You can do things like write APIs that hook up to the web, so you can process incoming HTTP requests, hook up to any of the other APIs that people are talking about today. And so this is what our API looks like. So on the left side, you can see an agent window. So that's where you write your server-side code. In this example, we're spooling up a new web server. We're looking to see if there's a message called LED. And if it is, we pass a message down to the hardware to actually turn that LED on. And down at the bottom, you can see some logs. So all of this is super simple to get going. Next slide. Clicker's not working. Anyways, so if you guys have questions about this, you can come find us in the hardware area. We're giving out a whole bunch of dev kits today and some other electronics. So if you're curious, come find us or tweet at us at Electric Imp or me at Bearded Inventor. Thanks.
Woo! Electric Imp, what up? All right, next, I would like to introduce Intel. Intel is a baller company and great example of worse is better, x86 architecture. It sucks, but worse is better. It's the best. Much love. Woo! Worse is better. Feel me. I love it.
Hey, the guys behind the stage say that they can't hear the slide advance. So when I say next slide, I want to point at you guys and you say next slide. Let's try that. Next slide. My name is Andrew. I'm from Intel. Next slide. Next slide. And I'm here to talk about the Intel XDK. It stands for Cross-Platform Development Kit. Basically, that puts HTML5 writers, web developers like me, in the business of making mobile apps. All right, so that's what we're doing. It's awesome. Intel just bought Mashery. If you're interested in APIs, I can show you about that. And one more slide. So this is essentially what you do. If you know this stuff, HTML5, JavaScript, you can build for these platforms right here. All right, thank you very much. My name is Andrew. You can call me Rue. I'll be walking around. I've got cheat sheets that will show you everything that I didn't tell you here. Good luck, have fun, and you can find the XDK right here at this URL, or you can zap that gizmo right there. Thank you.
Woo! Yes. Intel, yes, I love it. Worse is better. Come on, give it up again. Intel, worse is better. Hundreds of billions of dollars. Next up, MailChimp. MailChimp is amazing. You can send tons of emails. They make it hard to spam. Come out here, MailChimp, but I love you guys anyway. Give it up. Give it up for MailChimp. Woo! Sorry. Woo!
Hello, MIT. It's great to be back here. I'm an MIT grad from 2004. We're going to be talking really quick about our new product, Mandrill. You can send and receive emails. Nate's going to talk about that. If you come and find us, we're also hiring. We're looking for great developers, designers, support people, anything you can think of. We'll be happy to talk to you about it, give you some swag. And with that, Nate.
Thank you. Next slide, please. So today I want to talk about receiving email with Mandrill. So with this basically feature, what you do is you can set up an inbox and then send email and then parse that email and do some action with it. So it's super easy. To configure your inbox, you add the domain to the inbound tab in Mandrill, configure your MX records, then set up your inbound route or alias basically, so example@domain.com. Then from the interface, you can test it to make sure that everything is kosher. And then once that's good, you can send an email. Next slide, please. Thank you. When you send an email to that domain or to that email address, Mandrill will fire a webhook with a bunch of information in it. There's a full article link down there at the bottom to tell you exactly what you can get, or you can use the dreaded QR code. But just as an example, you can get sender info, you can get images, attachments, HTML, and a whole bunch of other good stuff. And next slide. Next. And literally all you have to do is send an email, and that's it. So if you guys have any questions, come find us. Happy to talk to you. Thank you.
Woo! Give it up for MailChimp. I love you guys. Next, we got Loku. This is an MIT startup. This proves anyone. You guys can do a startup, just students, anything. You don't have to be anyone. I ain't shit. No one is shit. Loku, I love you.
And we love you. All right, I'm Adam. I'm the director of data at Loku. We started at MIT about 2 years ago, and apparently I'm supposed to now say next slide so that I can actually tell you what we do. Seriously? All right, cool. Anyway, if you've ever been to Yelp, that's awesome. Yelp, Foursquare, OpenTable, TripAdvisor. It's okay. It's not our logo. And you've next slide ever clicked on one of the menus on one of these places, it'll say powered by Loku at the bottom. And it doesn't actually matter because it says powered by Loku and it's cut off on this slide. Next slide. And the cool thing about how we get this data is it exists in the crappiest formats ever on the web, right? You go to Yoga Studio, they have a picture of their list of services. You go to a restaurant, they have this really annoying flash animation with all their price listed in it. And we have a huge machine learning pipeline that essentially crawls the web, finds any of these things, extracts all the content from it, hundreds of crowd workers to clean up the data for you, and then we feed it to all these folks. But you don't actually care about going to Yelp to order your food right now. So instead, you can also build a ton of cool crap on top of our API at dev.loku.com. It would say it on a slide if we advance to the next slide at some point. But regardless, You go to dev.loku.com. We've had all sorts of startups build stuff on top of our API. People have built Siri for Android competitors. We've been doing some awesome blog posts about the data in our data set. We figured out, if you're a hipster, where you can find all the PBR in the Boston area. If you're not, we can get you some Bud Light, but we really don't recommend it. Regardless, go to dev.loku.com and build something more awesome than us. Thanks.
Woo! Loku. They're just like you. Next up, we have Pinterest, a company that needs no introduction. Pin the shit out of everything. Give it up.
Let's go. Give me some hugs.
I love you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Pinterest, very rich, very rich.
Yeah, Pinterest. So my name is Mackinday. I'm an MIT alum, MIT 07. What? Come on, MIT. And this is Sunny. We're both engineers at Pinterest. So what the hell is Pinterest? Our mission is to have people live more inspired lives. We're going to help you find the things that you're really passionate about, whether that's technology, whether that's art, whether that's fashion and clothes, whether that's code, whatever it is, it has a home on Pinterest. And we want to help you take action on those things in real life. So we have a wonderful API. Sunny's going to talk about it real quick.
Cool. So for HackMIT, you guys can use our API to integrate with Pinterest. And there's two ways to basically integrate using an API. So the first way is to basically have a pinned button. And you can have a pinned button on a web page, or you can have a pinned button on your mobile app. So we have a mobile SDK for iOS and Android. And the second way to integrate with Pinterest is to basically integrate with rich pins, which is a way to attach metadata to your pins. And basically, you use any of these two ways. We're giving great prizes for anyone who integrates with a pinned button, so the best app. And basically, we're giving away an iPad mini and this bag of swags. There's a lot of good swags in there, including this T-shirt, which is awesome. So feel free to integrate. We'll be around in red T-shirts, so you can come by, say hi. We're giving away cool sunglasses. So feel free to. And yeah, and if you need any help, we have, you could go to developers.pinterest.com. You have a lot of documentation. Should be pretty easy to start. And happy hacking. And
hack away.
Hack away.
Hack away. Yes. Yes, Pinterest. All right, next we've got a company that bills itself as MailChimp on PCP. This is Sailthrough, MailChimp on crack. What up? Sailthrough.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt Bunday. Sorry I'm really tired. I'm used to rolling into work at like 11:30, so if you want to work somewhere really cool in New York City, hit us up. Next slide. Whatever. The next slide is just a bunch of numbers. You don't really care about that stuff. Yeah, we do big data, whatever. Next slide. So we use MongoDB because worse is better and schema migrations suck. I know my man Randall's got you covered on that. So next slide, please. Yeah, these are just some of our products. You're not going to use them this hackathon because we're B2B. Next slide, please. And what you really care about here is that instead of giving you another boring API to work with, sorry guys, we're going to give you something else no one has, which is lots of data. So you can do our data challenge. We're giving you 100,000 of our user profiles. It's got tons of interest data on there. You can see what people are reading these days and figure out correlations. See what kind of people really like twerking. You can figure all that out. So have fun with that.
Woo! Give it up for Sailthrough. All right, guys, I'm feeling this next slide system. It seems a little bit like, I don't know, worse is better. You feel me? This is a man from Pebble. This is a dude I knew before he was famous. Pebble blew up. I know him from YC. I love him. Pebble. Beautiful company, beautiful man.
My name's Eric Mijikovsky. I'm the founder of Pebble. Some people might know, but how many people here have a Pebble watch? And how many people are waiting for us to give you the one that we've promised you? So I started Pebble about 5 years ago when I was at the University of Waterloo. And there's a surprisingly large number of people here. I've got my Evernote on my wrist, so that's why I'm looking down. I'm not actually bored. Pebble is a watch that talks to your phone by Bluetooth. It gets you instant access to notifications. It has a vibrating motor, so whenever you get a new email, call, or SMS, Pebble will vibrate and display the key portion of the message right on your wrist. But the coolest thing, and what I'm here to talk about today, is our SDK. A couple months ago, we launched a beta SDK that enables people to build apps that use Bluetooth, that talk to the phone, iPhone and Android, and talk to the internet. A student here at MIT has actually been a prolific hacker on top of our SDK and has built an application that you guys might be using this weekend to hack on top of Pebble, which is cloudpebble.net. Another very important application is HTTP Pebble, which is a library that allows Pebble apps to talk over HTTP to the net. Pebble is great for applications that do notifications and alerts. It's also great for remote controls, being able to control something from your watch on the internet, connected to the internet. And it's also useful as a sports heads-up display. We've integrated with Runkeeper, and we have an open sports API that any sports application can push data to. What else do we got? Another point is, unfortunately, we do not have access to the accelerometer in this SDK, so if you're looking forward to that, I'm sorry. We'd be happy to talk to you more about how you'd be interested in using the accelerometer, but it's not available today. We have a tech talk at 2:30 where we'll be going through all the different ways that you can use the Pebble SDK. And we're proud to announce our prize. We'll be flying the team that creates the best Pebble app out to our office in Palo Alto to hack with the Pebble team. We've also got a bunch of Pebbles that we'll be giving away to teams that we think are doing amazing things on Pebble so that you could show off your app to other people. We're here, myself and Thomas, our developer evangelist. We're at, our Twitter is PebbleDev. So if you have any questions about the API, please tweet at PebbleDev. And we'll be here all weekend. We're really excited, and we're keen to see what people are going to do with Pebble. Thanks.
Much love for Pebble. I love this guy. Up next is a company that needs no introduction. Dropbox, Drew Houston, bomb MIT fam. Check out his commencement speech, annotated on Rap Genius by Drew Houston. Sorry, had to pimp that a little bit. Love you, Dropbox. We use Dropbox for enterprise at Rap Genius. That's the expensive kind. It's like $1,000. Woo!
Am I on? All right. Hi, I'm Andrew Twyman. I'm from the Dropbox platform team. Next slide. I've got 2 minutes to tell you guys all about the Dropbox APIs, which is not nearly enough. But I have the advantage that you've all probably heard of Dropbox already. You know what we do. You know about the magic folder that syncs your files everywhere. But I want to talk to you about how we want to go beyond that in the area of the platform. Our goal in the Dropbox platform is we want to be the file system for the internet. That means not just that we want to be storing your files, but just like the local file system on your computer, we want to be the place where all of your data, all of your apps get stored so you can access it anywhere you go. So I'm going to give you a really quick rundown through what we can do for your app in particular. Come talk to us to get more information later. The first and easiest option is drop-ins. These are simple, reusable components that you can throw into your app with just a couple lines of code. If we're the file system for the internet, drop-ins are your file open menu and your file save menu. Use the chooser, use the saver. We'll put up the UI. The user can select a place to save something, select a file for you. The real magic comes in with the sync API. This is something you can build into your app and have your own private Dropbox client. It'll sync your files. We also now have the data stores API, which will sync all of your app's data, your settings, do automatic merges in a database-like system. So give it a try it out. And when your user puts down your app on one device, they can get onto another device. They'll pick up right where they left off. And lastly, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the core API. This is what all of this stuff that I previously mentioned is built on. You can use it directly to set up HTTP and REST calls. You can use it in your server. You can use it in your client. Talk to the Dropbox server, upload things, download things, do anything you need. And that's it. Come talk to us. We'll be in Johnson all week while you guys are hacking. We'll help you out. You need extra Dropbox space, I can probably hook you up with that. Ask us about Hack Week. Good luck.
Woo! Dropbox! Yes, yes! Now I'd like to introduce a company that is similar to the Weather Channel, but it's not total bullshit. This is Weather Underground. You feel me? Everyone, fuck the Weather Channel. Fuck the Weather Channel.
Hi, everyone. So we were bought by the Weather Channel about a year ago. I'm going to try something different. So we should only have to say next slide once. Next slide. Okay. Weather. It's freaking crazy. That was from Day After Tomorrow. That's not real. Double rainbows, etc. Basically, we provide weather data. We're the oldest weather website. Yeah, so we've got a bunch of cool stuff. What makes us unique? We've got 30,000 personal weather stations all across the world. They're always sensing temperature, humidity, pressure, etc. I thought this would work, but it's not, so I'm going to say next slide again. They're sending data all the time. It's really cool. We have the most hyper-local data you can get. There's webcams associated with them, so you guys can do some cool image processing stuff. Our API is really simple. JSON, you provide lat long, do whatever you want. You guys understand it. I don't have to explain anything. There's some contact info coming up. My name's Adam. I'm here with my associate, Dave. You can find us. We're wearing shirts like this. We'd love to help you. We'd love to give you free API calls and whatnot. You can tweet at me, @WeatherAdam, or hit me up on my email, or just wonderground.com/API. Build some awesome, awesome stuff. Don't listen to the sponsors. Build whatever you want to build. Cheers.
Woo! Let's give it up. Let's give it up. And come on, guys, give it up for the Weather Channel. Say, I love the Weather Channel. I love Weather Channel. Up next is a very powerful man from AppDirect. Give it up for AppDirect. Woo! I love the Weather Channel.
Hello, everyone. My name is Fivos, MIT class of 06. Really excited to be back here for this exciting event. I'm a senior architect at AppDirect, and we're founded in 2009. We're a growing startup, and we're a cloud service, marketplace, and management platform. We currently power a number of application marketplaces across the world. We power marketplaces in the US for Staples, Comcast, Cloud Foundry, and more companies. We have marketplaces in Europe and Canada, and we're currently growing. What we do, we offer our marketplaces target small and medium-sized businesses, and we offer one place for users to find, buy, and manage their online apps. So they can buy apps, you get single sign-on access through OpenID, and you have one single place to manage your apps. As application developers, you can integrate to our platform, and you get the unique opportunity to get distributed to our broad network of channels across the world. So as you're going to be hacking away, if you want to distribute your apps, find users, and actually make money out of it, you can come to AppDirect, integrate, and start distributing your apps. And our integration is pretty simple. You register on AppDirect, configure your URL endpoints and any marketplace events, who's going to call a REST API and send you the data you need to manage the apps on your end. So come and find us while you're working. We'll be here, and we'll be happy to help you with your hacks. So hack away.
Woo! Much love. Now I would like to introduce a company that literally saved Business Week from death, and it put a bunch of nicer fonts on it. Business Week is saved. Say thank you for saving Business Week. Bloomberg, Bloomberg, everyone. Woo! Save Business Week.
Hey, everybody. So maybe not everybody knows what we are. They think we're a television station or a magazine media company. We're a tech company. We're a software company. We have 4,000 programmers, most of which are based in New York City, have a huge office there. And we are data. Our data runs the world. So we ingest about 50 billion plus ticks of data from 350 exchanges plus in 180-something countries. We ingest all that data and redistribute it back out to everybody in the marketplace to basically make the world economy run. And that's what we're here to give you. So normally this API is very expensive, obviously. And we're bringing it here. We're going to make the data available to anyone. This real-time data, historical data. You know, if you want to know the price of oil when dinosaurs roamed the earth, I mean, we'll be able to tell you that. We are here to give a prize. If anybody uses the app or uses the SDK and wants to build an app, best team will give Leap Motions to. Just come find us, talk to us. We have somebody from the API team here who can answer any dev questions. I can help. Python, Node.js, as well as like C, C++, .NET, if anybody wants to use that. If anybody writes anything in C++, I'd be very impressed. Come talk to us. Thanks.
Woo! Bloomberg. Next, I'd like to introduce a medical device company, Boston Scientific. Woo! And I had knee surgery this year, all right? Give it up for my knee. Take it away.
Hi, guys. My name's Jeff. I'm part of a small team, passionate software team that's working on a device for heart surgery. Hopefully, we'll have some slides coming up. Next slide. And so, anyway, we don't have an API as such, but I wanted to talk about a few cool techniques we use for. We do a lot of OpenGL rendering. Can we have some slides anytime soon? Since I'm trying to show you OpenGL rendering, I kind of depend on slides quite heavily. But before they show up, the platform we use is a custom Linux-based platform, and we anyway, we use a customized CentOS platform, and on top of that, we run Qt as a third-party for our UI, and we, as I said, do a lot of custom OpenGL rendering. I guess the second slide was going to show you two of the techniques we use. One of them is called instancing, which is it's a technique that lets you efficiently render like tens of thousands of instances of the same geometry. So we use that to show measurements. It's also used in games quite a lot for things like drawing armies or like trees. Let me just see if it's possible to get these up. Is there any chance we can get the slides? Or?
We don't have your slides? I don't know. I'm not really part of this.
It's,
I don't know any of your slides.
We were never sent your slides.
OK. I mean, I emailed them on Thursday directly to KT, and I uploaded them. OK, it's fine. Let's just move on. So anyway, we're going to be wandering around today, and if you guys are any of you doing projects involving a lot of GPU programming or like OpenGL 3D rendering, then come grab us. And yeah, have a good day. Thanks.
Woo! All right, next up, we have got a company that bills itself as Sail-Through on Crack. All right, this is Constant Contact. Give it up.
All right, let's do it.
Ah! The original Sail-Through on Crack. What up?
They need the mic.
Guys, what's up? Awesome. So I was sitting there, I was like, you know what we should do? We should give away like a $100 gift card. So if you guys follow CT_API, I'm going to pick somebody at random. I'm going to give them a $100 gift card. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So next slide. I hate saying this because I've been a developer for like the last 10 years. And you guys aren't probably developers. And I like to think that I'm the future of the industry. The truth is, I'm not. You guys are. What you guys do today, what you do tomorrow, what you do in the next 5 years is going to change how we communicate, how we socialize, and even the technology we see in the next 20 years. So this is on you guys. Next slide. At Constant Contact, we want to give you guys the tools to succeed to make that happen. Next slide again. There it is. We offer a lot of different solutions. We got email marketing, newsletters. We got event registration. We got surveys and polls, coupons and deals that you can offer, social media tools. We want to give you guys the tools to really make your app go to the next level and really make it popular out there as well. Next slide. We also have an awesome REST API. It's super cool. If you don't know what a REST API is, check it out because it's the way to go. There's an awesome URL, developer.constantcontact.com. Next slide. All right, almost there. We got powerful, easy to use SDKs. So versus trying to figure out how to use a REST API, you just grab the code base, drop it in, you're good to go. Super simple, super easy to do. We got for PHP, Java, iOS. We have it for .NET, you name it. Next slide. Why should you work with Constant Contact? Those are just some of the people that we work with that partner with us that use our API. You may have heard of a couple of them. Next slide. So what can you do with it? Anything you want. This is up to you guys. This is your imagination. Next slide. So pick an idea you love, follow your dreams, your passions, or said best by Steve Jobs. Next slide. The only way to be truly satisfied is do what you believe, great work, and the only way to do great work is do what you love. So guys, stay hungry, stay passionate. Thank you very much.
Woo! Yes. Up next is a company called Synaptics, which makes all the glass on all the best phones, especially the iPhone. Just kidding. He told me not to say iPhone. The Samsung Galaxy. Woo!
All right. We are Synaptics, and we're here to help make it very easy for you to give your users a rich user experience. That's louder now, right? We're here to make it very easy for you to give your customers a rich user experience. Next slide. You don't have to learn any new APIs today. We have some minor extensions to a couple that will make it very easy to add pretty rich features to your applications or to your hardware projects. One thing we think is exciting is you already know how to get the X and Y data from 5 fingers on a touchpad. We will give out kits over in Johnson to let you report force data as well. So come get a kit and play with it. Add it to your software, your hardware project. We also have a way to get hover data out of your phone. And we will have dev kits that you can borrow and use and do something cool with. Next slide. So you already have a familiarity with probably the Samsung or the regular Android SDKs. If you change a couple intent lines in your code, you'll get data before the finger actually touches the screen. So you'll either get a warning that it's coming or you get richer gestures. So come get some sample code, come get a dev kit, see our demos, and happy hacking.
Woo! Much love. All right, now we have a soon-to-be very wealthy man repping Twitter. You guys all know Twitter. All right, you guys all got to put all your money when they IPO. Buy all Twitter stock with your money. No, don't do that. You have to do mutual funds. Vanguard mutual funds. Don't be an active, picking stocks, except Twitter. Put all your money in Twitter. I love Twitter. 120K followers for Rap Genius on Twitter.
Thanks very much. So they should switch the slide deck to the one I got on the machine in a second, but just to kick off, I'm Matt Harris. I work at Twitter. I'm on the platform engineering team, and we're here to tell you about Twitter data, the stuff that you can hack on that isn't just Twitter itself for tweeting. It is the global conversation that is what gets shared on Twitter. What you see on the screen right now is a map of all tweets around the world. This particular map was generated by the tweets that were geocoded all the way through. This next slide that you see on the screen is a map of all the tweets tweeted during the England-France match during the World Cup in 2012. I know you can't see anything, that's why I'm describing the slides. In the next slide, I'm demonstrating to you that there are core objects, which are users, tweets, timelines, and the social graph. These objects give you all the information that you need to be able to analyze Twitter data and to go through and dig into what can be happening in the sentiment of the sentiment of what's happening on Twitter at the time. The next slide is a demonstration of 2 of the API outputs. It shows you exactly what the user and the tweet object looks like. If you fast forward 3 or 4 slides.
3 slides.
And so the next bit that you get is a cut down of the API response that comes through and shows you what the user object looks like, what the place object looks like, and what the contributor object looks like with all the counts. The geo object is really useful because it demonstrates to you exactly where in the world this particular data came from. But also, we can get data from different sources. We can get it from our search API, our timelines, and streaming, but they require that you guys have access to the internet, which may be as reliable as the presentation deck right now. So give me a shout if you have any trouble, because we have some snapshots of data that we downloaded for you ahead of time. We have snapshots of all the tweets tweeted during the first episode of the final season of Breaking Bad, and all the tweets of the final season, final episode of Breaking Bad. So if you want those, come and see us, and you can data mine through those throughout the day. There we go. We're almost up to date. So then if you go through, we also have a developer console on dev.twitter.com that you can use to explore the API and see all the things I just demonstrated and dig into what's going on. Docs are on the last slide, which you'll fast forward through too. Just keep clicking. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And we'll paste the URLs up on our Twitter feeds. You can follow me at the Matt Harris on Twitter, and I'll tweet these links up in the slide deck that you would have seen. Thanks.
Woo, Twitter, what up? Up next, we have a company that is the perfect solution for when you're trying to pay people after a round of skins. You guys know what I'm talking about? Venmo, skins, what up?
Yo, yo, yo. Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Cody. I'm a software engineer at Venmo, and I'm really excited today because I work on the API team, and we get to show you guys our developer API. It's still in beta mode, but we've been going to a bunch of different hackathons, spreading the word, and letting you guys get a first peek at it. So if you don't know what Venmo is an app to let you pay your friends, you share payments, split rent, split the gas, split dinner, whatever. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how you can use a Venmo API basically to make payments in your app this weekend. So next slide. So yeah, we have 3 main ways you can do it. You're able to make payments from your own Venmo account with the REST API. If you want to make payments on the behalf of other people, we have an OAuth API to let you do that. And if you're strapped on time, you want to jump right into our iOS or Android, if you want to jump right into our iOS or Android SDKs, we do have some drop-in SDKs that let you do that. So next slide. 6. So right on your Venmo account, you can actually grab your Access token, just sign up, identify yourself, and then from there you can start making payments. You can pay any phone number or email address. You can attach a note to it, and then the payment will go through. It's probably one of the easiest ways to make payments. So that's how you can make payments from your own Venmo account. Next slide. But if you're just trying to get other people to make payments, we do provide an OAuth login. They log in, get redirected back to your app with an Access token. You can do the same thing, send payments out. Awesome if you want to write an app to let your friends split dinner for the whole dorm room or whatever. And then once again, if that's not enough, next slide. We got mad dope iOS and Android SDKs you can drop in. Payment links too. Basically, it'll pre-fill information for that payment, goes into the Venmo app, you click pay, it jumps right back into your iOS or Android app. We have, next slide. Also, one awesome thing you can do with Venmo is that it's very social. So every payment gets put into a feed. You can see all your friends' payments. And a great growth hack is to be able to drop the URL of your app into the note so that people scrolling through their feed can click on it and be able to get redirected back to your app to get more traffic. Next slide. So yeah, there's our contact information. We have a small tech talk at 4:30 about building a little Flask app and getting it to run on some APIs. We also have a prize. It makes life so easy. It's $500 through Venmo, and it's basically the app that solves a non-trivial problem with a wide-reaching effect. You don't have to use the Venmo API, but we encourage it, and we'll give more notice to it. You can also email HackMIT@venmo.com if you need help. We have our docs at betadeveloper.venmo.com, or you can just Google Venmo API. Yep, there's my email too, or email developer at Venmo. We're happy to help anyone, Venmo related or not. We love hackathons. So yeah, later guys.
Woo! All right. Next company is a beautiful company called Jawbone, maker of the Jambox, the perfect device to listen to Rye on. Do you guys know Rye? Anyone? Great singing. Jawbone.
Hey guys, I'm Andrew with Jawbone. We make Jambox. We've got a new one that just came out. It's a little pretty one that's really, really loud. We've also got big ones. We also make the Up wearable tracker. You guys heard of the Up? Raise your hand if you've used or you're familiar with an Up or any other wearable devices out there. It's pretty cool. If you don't know the Up, it lets you track things like how much you sleep, how much you move during the day, how much you eat, even how you're feeling at any given time. And it's not just the hardware on your wrist. It's also a mobile experience and algorithms and wonderful, fun stuff up in the cloud. That's what the system is. What I'm excited about is that this is the very first university hackathon we've ever had the API available for. We just opened it up. We're thrilled to see what you guys can do with it. To give you a sense of scale, we're collecting over 2 billion steps a day. So there's a lot of data out there. And it's not just steps. You can understand if you went for a run, how long the run was, how intense it was. We store things on our platform like weight or cardiac information. The platform's awesome. It's fully open. Everything's well documented. We'd love you to use it. And if you don't have your own Jawbone up, which we hope you do, or you don't have your own Jambox. If you're doing an audio hack and you want to borrow a Jambox, come find us. We've got a bunch to share. We also have a number of our engineers here, so they're here to help. And if you want to borrow a Jawbone up to use to generate your own data for your hack, come find us as well. And for the team that does the best health-related hack, it's broad, anything to do with health, you can actually win your own Jawbone ups or your own big Jambox. So we're thrilled to be here. Some examples of things you could do. Use Weather Underground. Use Runkeeper. Build an app that gives you the best time to go for a run, given the types of runs you like to go on, the weather out there, and run maps around you. Or use GitHub's API. Build an app that figures out which team at HackMIT does the most GitHub check-ins for every hour they're not asleep. Those are just some of the kinds of things you can do this weekend. We'd love to see you. We'd love to help. We love hackathons. Go HackMIT.
Yes, yes, yes. We got MoPub up next, mobile advertising bought by Twitter. This man's very rich. Show him love. He is very rich. Everyone tweet at Rap Genius on Twitter and MoPub. What up, MoPub?
Hey guys, MIT 2012? Anybody? Yeah, I'm still on CCELL related. Anyway. So yeah, MoPub, we're a mobile advertising solution. Basically, if you create a mobile app, you come to us and we'll make as much money as possible for you. One of the issues is we don't have an API, so we thought about doing a song and dance, but that's not going to happen. Instead, we have these iPad minis, and we really like mobile data. So if you guys can do some awesome stuff with mobile data, we'll give you iPad minis, the winning team at least. So maybe take some accelerometer data, use location-based, look at the intersections of all the streets, and try to do something interesting. So yeah, MoPub. See you guys.
Yes. Next is a man who I also knew before he was famous, Firebase. James, I love you. Welcome. Take it away. Firebase is sick. It's taken over. I love it. It's real time. You guys know about that? Give it up for real time. It's happening right now. This is real time. All of this.
All right, I'm plugged in. Let's see if it actually works. Could use some help. And I'm going to mirror.
I just want you guys to notice all of this is happening in real time. Everything you are seeing right now is happening in real time. So think about that when you're hacking.
There we go. Hi, I am James. I'm the CEO of Firebase. We're going to try something. When I say MI, you say T. MI. MI. One more time. MI. Hey, Tom, you were at PenApps a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, PenApps is a decent hackathon. It's okay. I love PenApps. I'm just kidding.
Hey, Tom, did you notice any trends amongst the winners?
Everyone was using Firebase. Everyone on the podium. The winner, everyone else. Use Firebase. Do it.
We are the fastest way to build your hack. You guys want to focus on creating a great hack. You have things to focus on, and we let you do that. So how do we do that? We are a scalable, real-time backend. So you do not need EC2. You do not need Heroku. You do not need a server. You do not need a database. You can use us. And we do this by synchronizing JSON between clients in much the same way Dropbox synchronizes files and folders. So you guys have a local data store. Let me show you an example. And the live coding is going to break. Yep, that's not going to work. OK, we'll move on. So we're cross-platform. So we are not just web. We are mobile. We have iOS and Android clients as well. Here's a quick example of how to actually use Firebase from the web client. So I say new Firebase. I give it a URL. I get a reference. Then I can write into that reference. So I can just write any JSON object. I can also attach callbacks Those get fired when data changes. We're giving away an iPad mini. We're also giving away a bunch of Firebase credit. We are around. We're in the T-shirts. With the Firebase logo, we'll be just outside the ice rink as our table. Please come and say hi. We'd love to help you, even if you are not using the Firebase API. We're here to give you guys as much help as you can. We're on Twitter at Firebase, and come and hit us up, and best of luck.
Much love for Firebase. Do it. Use Firebase. This man is a genius. Up next, we got Motorola, just bought by Google. This is a very, very rich man. And you guys know Motorola because of, you remember Hello Moto? That's like when you guys were 4. Hello Moto. OK, take it away, Motorola.
Hi, everyone. I wish I was richer, but this is where I work. My name's Jason, and that is my office. So I'm part of a group called Make with Moto, and we're a research project that's going across the country. Next slide. And this is where we've gone so far. We've traveled starting from California 5 months ago, and we finally made it to our very last city here in Cambridge. So we're glad to be here. Next slide, please. We've been hosting hardware hackathons over the past 5 months, trying to figure out how we can create tools that allow people to hack their phones and make cool things with them. And we got a bunch of interesting machines inside our truck. We got about $500,000 worth of 3D printers. So if you're interested in 3D printing, please come out. There's a gigantic, weird truck covered in Velcro right outside the ice rink, and that's where we're going to be living. We got 3D printers, laser cutters. Next slide. But since we're Motorola, we also have phones. Next slide, please. They are unlocked, rooted, and they're also developer edition. They also have, next slide, ribbons, and that's a ribbon cable that's connected directly to the chipset and communicates to the UART protocol. So you can hook up boards and directly control things like stuff like that. And so we have our own boards. These are yo-yo boards that can be connected wirelessly, and we can also add sensors to them. Next slide, which we brought a bunch of. Next slide. We've also created this thing called Protocoder, which is it's an Android development environment, and it's web-based, so it takes about 5 minutes to set up. Next slide. It lives on your phone, so you can move from computer to computer, launch a web browser, and start coding your projects, and go to your friend's house or a friend's dorm and continue on that same project. You can edit in real time, execute single lines of code. You can read this. It's on our website at makewithmoto.com/protocoder. That's again makewithmoto.com/protocoder. It's open source, so please hack and extend it. And if you hack and extend it in a really cool way, we may be able to give you a phone to keep. Next slide. And so come visit us, and thanks for having us.
Woo! All right, all right, all right. Next up, we got General Catalyst, a beautiful VC firm. Initials GC. That's about right. That's it. Take it away. GC.start. You guys know what I'm saying? Ruby?
Thanks, guys. I gotta send this from Mom. Awesome. What's going on, guys? So my name is Peter Boyce. I'm an investor at General Catalyst and also the co-founder of Rough Draft Ventures. We're a student-focused group basically to support student entrepreneurs across Boston. So we're really excited to support great hackathons like this. And so we've got a couple folks from our team that will be kind of like hanging out and building hacks themselves. So come find us if you want to chat through how to kind of like turn your hacks into really big ideas. We're really excited to be bringing you guys milk and cookies tonight at midnight. If your parents knew what a hackathon was, they'd probably want you to have milk and cookies at midnight. And on Sunday, we're going to be awarding a prize for the team that's most likely to build the next big idea. So while Rome might not have been built in a day, Dropbox, the first version, was built in a day. So if any of you guys have ambitions to build the next Dropbox, the next HubSpot, we're really excited to support you guys and really pumped for this weekend. Thanks, guys.
Yes, yes, yes. GC.start. Feel me. Up next, we got Amicus, a beautiful company making the world better, also from New York. Got a lot of love for you guys. Fellow YC, Amicus, you guys are beautiful. Do it.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm not Seth. Seth couldn't be here, but I'm MIT class of 2006, course 18. And we do Amicus. We make social good tools to help people make the world better. We want people to organize around all the causes they believe in. Next slide. Next slide. So yeah, we're gonna give out the What Does the Fox Say prize. So, next slide. So whoever makes the best social good hack, the first prize, you're gonna get a cow. The second prize, second place, you're gonna get a water buffalo. And the third place, you're gonna get a llama. So everybody make the best social good hacks that you can so you can get some amazing farm animals. We're Amicus.
Yes. Yes. Give it up. Clap, you maniacs. Next, I would like to introduce probably the most powerful company in the world. This is a company that is literally watching you piss and shit all the time. This is Palantir. What up? Streets is watching. Streets is watching.
Hey everyone, I'm John McRaven from Palantir. Give me a second. Plug this in here. All right. Hopefully that will show up. Oh no. All right, well, I'll have to do, I guess. I'll take it. All right, so I brought my own slides in hope of doing a little bit of a tech demo. It's on the wrong thing, but all right, so we don't have an API talk, so I'm going to give a slightly longer talk, tell you guys what Palantir is. So the basic idea, Palantir. Okay. Can I not even move those slides? Yeah, it's not mirroring. Oh well. I'll just talk about what Palantir is then. Try to keep this somewhat short. So the basic idea, Palantir, what we do, we're a data analysis company. We go all over the world and try to solve problems. And so, sorry, slides would help here. This is not my, oh, I can click, there we go. Okay, so this is a picture of us after Hurricane Sandy when we went out and helped out there. One of our favorite pictures with President Bill Clinton. And so the basic idea is what we did there was we went out and we tried to take a data problem-solving approach to helping out with Hurricane Sandy. The basic idea being we want to assist in relief efforts. So what we need to do is like figure out which houses have been helped, where the people are, who needs the most help, and integrate it into our platform, Palantir, and use a data approach to solving these big problems. And so this is what we do in general. We build software to take in your data, and we go to corporations all over the world. So we're at big banks, we're at Bank of America, we're at like JP Morgan, we're at SOCOM, government organizations, we're in all sorts of places. And we help out doing lots of, we do cybersecurity, we do home lending, we help SOCOM with like managing, counterterrorism. We do all sorts of stuff like that. So nice, thank you. So the basic idea is we build software and then we find hard problems to solve with it. And so essentially any hard problem you have, we come into a corporation and we say, okay, what data do you have? How can we help you solve that? And we go at it. So one of the applications I want to talk to you about today is cybersecurity. This is the area I work in. That's our web platforms. So cybersecurity is the area I work in. And the basic idea here is if you are a big organization, you probably have a huge network that you deal with. You gather a lot of data. You manage your infrastructure. You can see all your proxy logs. Who within your organization is connecting to outside organizations. What are you doing with that? What's happening there? Are there incoming transmissions, malware, all sorts of stuff? So, you have a lot of data, you've been collecting a lot of data, but actually integrating it and finding malicious activity is a very difficult problem. And so the basic idea is what we do is we have 4 basic pillars of data analysis. There is our Palantir Gotham product, which I'm going to show you in a second, assuming I can get it to show up on that screen. We have our Hercules product. The basic idea is it is like data clustering. So if you have all these data sets, you want to find, let's say, proxy beaconing. So let's say there is malware on your system that is communicating out to a big server. Like, how do you go and find that? What you have to do is you have to look across multiple data sets, figure out, OK, this is a, so you've got malware connecting to other servers, and then the computer that has that malware is connecting to your production databases. So there's all these sorts of multiple data sets that you've got to cluster on. So it's a big machine learning challenge essentially. Revisioning database. The basic idea here is if you have multiple analysts inside of your organization trying to solve this problem, what you want to do is allow them to communicate with each other. You want them to be able to share knowledge, share important relevant information, say, hey, we found this malicious IP, everyone should know about this, and if you see this IP in the future, you should try and do something about it. You should stop any connections to that. And finally, Phoenix is our Cassandra database. The basic idea here is if you have huge amounts of server logs, again, proxy like any alerting systems, anything coming into your system is you want to be able to search this in very quickly. And so NoSQL is a great way to go. So Phoenix is our Cassandra database that allows us to search through server logs, integrate it very well into our system. And so the basic types of things we try to find here. So we do, what we do is we take all of these different data sets, integrate them together. So if you're all familiar with with cybersecurity in general, the basic idea is all of these systems gather information about your network, about everything that's going on in your network, and we integrate them together, allow you to search through them, et cetera. All right. And finally, the workflows, we try to find advanced persistent threats. So, is China inside of your system? We have alerting systems, so we're building web applications. And we do network forensics. So if someone has actually hacked your system, we can come in, look at your data, figure out what's going on in your system. And so a quick little picture of what the software is here. All right. Oh, it's probably not the best. All right, so the basic idea, what we've got here is computers that have hacked into bank accounts, and those users are attached to some customer. And so what we've done here is we've integrated all of the all of the logins. We've integrated transactions from consumer accounts. And what we can see is these computers hacked in, transferred money out of a bank account and out to the Bank of China. So this is an example of where we have taken multiple data sources, integrated them together, and found fraud. This is normally a 20-minute demo, which I won't bore you with today. So not the smoothest presentation, but the basic point, what Palantir does, again, we solve every type of problem. So as a forward deployed engineer, what I do is I will go to these organizations, interface with the customers, and help them solve their problems. If you want to work at Palantir, we have multiple jobs aside from forward deployed engineer, including just our back-end developers, our quality engineers, people that go out and just do data science. So we do a lot of different data science with a lot of different organizations. So hope that tells you a little more about Palantir. Good luck at the competition.
Woo! Palantir! Whatever you're doing, Streets is watching. Never forget. All right, I'd like to introduce a very rich, very powerful woman. Her name is Emily. I love her. Come out here, Emily. Tell everyone what's going on.
Hey, everyone.
Woo!
We're about to wrap up, but I have a few housekeeping rules to keep in mind. First, I know Wi-Fi is down for a lot of you. Do not go on MIT Guest. Go on MIT. This is an unsecured network. It has a lot more ports than MIT Guest does. Second, 1 outlet per person in Johnson. If I see you using 2 outlets, I will come and beat you up. Next, 9 p.m. rule. If you're out of Johnson at 9 p.m., you cannot return to Johnson until 9 a.m. on Sunday. This is a rule enforced by MIT police. We can't do anything about it. Be in Johnson at 9 p.m. if you want to be there for the food, for the hacking, for the nightlife. Second, or third rather, social media. We have a Foursquare event. Check in on Foursquare. We have a Twitter, HackMIT. Follow us. Tweet at us if you have anything you see wrong, if you need anything at all. We have a hotline, 347-2-HACK-MIT. Call us if anything is wrong. If any questions, comments, or bones to pick, we're the people in these black hoodies. Call us, tweet at us, whatever, contact us. Next, food is outside in the tents that you came in. Hold on!
Wait, sit down! Sit down! No one move! Everyone sit down or you're disqualified. Sit down!
Thanks, guys.
Stop it!
We have food outside in the tents. If you want to get a good spot, I suggest you eat fast and head over to Johnson, right on my left. You can find a pretty good spot. We are in the ice rink on the first floor.
I have more to say!
Now, Tom from Rap Genius. Thank you, guys.
Sit down! Sit down! All right, you guys, here's the deal. Rap Genius, apply to work at Rap Genius. Why? The most interesting problems. Also, we will pay you the most money. More money than anyone else. And it is very hard. So hard, in fact, that I am pledging that none of you are good enough. If you think you can prove me wrong, I will give you $1,000 in cash. If you interview at Rap Genius and get an offer, you will get $1,000 on the spot. But you will have to pay taxes on that money. I'm just kidding. It'll be cash, tax-free, $1,000. Apply to work at Rap Genius. I love you guys. Now you can all get up and leave. Start getting up slowly. Remember, worse is better. You're your own harshest critic. Worse is better for everything. I love you all. What's up? Fuck swag. It says fuck swag. It's a pro swag shirt. It's saying fuck the fuck swag movement. All right, you guys can file out now. All right, just get up and gradually leave. I love you all. HackMIT, what up? Give it up for yourselves. Much love.